The symbol of peace didn't win at Kamino. He died there. The world cheered when All Might raised his fist. They saw victory. They saw hope. They saw the ultimate hero defeating the ultimate villain. But what they didn't see was collapse. Kamino wasn't a triumphant finale. It was a public execution of an era. The moment Hero Society realized their safety was never a system. It was a single dying man holding the sky together with broken bones and a smile. And before the first punch was thrown, All for One had already won. Because this wasn't just a fight. It was a psychological trap designed to expose the lie behind the symbol of peace. And it began with a kidnapping that never should have happened. Let's talk about Bakugo. When the League of Villains snatched him from the forest, they weren't just looking for a hostage. They were looking for a symbol. The League's strategy was based on a massive external observation. They saw a student who was publicly humiliated at the sports festival. A boy with a hair-trigger temper and a quirk that looks more villainous than heroic. Shigaraki didn't see a reflection of himself. He saw an opportunity. He believed that Bakugo was a victim of the same hero society that shackled the villains. He thought if he just offered Bakugo the freedom to express his rage, the boy would naturally flip sides. But this is where the League's intelligence failed them. They understood Bakugo's temperament, but they completely ignored his core motive. To Bakugo, the world is binary. There are winners and there are losers. And in his mind, All Might is the ultimate winner. Joining the League wouldn't be breaking the rules or finding freedom. To Bakugo, it would be an admission that he wasn't strong enough to win on the side of the heroes. He doesn't want to destroy the system, he wants to be the strongest person in it. This leads to one of the most underrated moments for Aizawa. While the media is tearing UA apart, claiming the school's tight-fisted teaching style turned a student into a monster, Aizawa stands firm. He doesn't defend Bakugo out of blind hope. He does it because he has analyzed Bakugo's drive.
と捉えたのなら、ヴィランは浅はかであると私は考えております。
He knows that Bakugo's bad attitude is actually the armor of his heroism. While the villains are offering him a seat at the table, Bakugo is sitting in that chair, thinking only one thing: how do I win this? While the pro heroes are gathering the heavy hitters like Endeavor and Best Genius, we have to look at the Kamino 5. Deko, Kirishima, Todoroki, Ida, and Momo. This group shouldn't exist. Deko, Ida, and Todoroki were explicitly warned after the Stain incident that acting without a license makes them no better than the villains they fight. But notice the shift in their logic. In the Hoso arc, they acted out of impulse. In Kamino, they acted with a plan. This is the moment these students stop being kids and start being analysts. They know they can't fight the League. They know that if they throw a single punch, their careers are over before they even start. The genius of the rescue plan isn't the power, it's the physics. They don't engage, they launch. But the real strategy came from Deku, who realized that if he reached out, Bakugo would never take his hand. To Bakugo, being saved by Deku is a loss. So Deku suggests Kirishima should be the one to reach out. He knew Kirishima was the only equal Bakugo would actually accept help from. This rescue is the narrative turning point. It proves that the hero system failed to protect its own, forcing children to operate in a legal gray area just to save a classmate. The pros arrived to save the day, but the students were the ones who saved the heart of the team. Now we enter the warehouse. The air pressure changes. The music stops. This is the introduction of All for One. And you have to realize that All for One is the dark mirror of All Might. All Might is a teacher who wants his students to be safe. All for One is a mentor who wants his student to be dangerous. Kamino wasn't a defeat for All for One. It was a graduation ceremony for Shigaraki. By allowing himself to be found by engaging All Might in this catastrophic battle, he was effectively removing the safety net. He forced Shigaraki to watch him go to prison, so Shigaraki would finally have the hatred and the independence needed to lead. He didn't lose the fight, he successfully passed the torch of evil. Finally, we reach the end of the line, the battle between the Titans. But this isn't just a clash of physical quirks. It's a war over the soul of what it means to be a hero. All for One uses the most lethal weapon in his arsenal, the truth, by revealing that Shigaraki is actually Tenko Shimura, the grandson of All Might's mentor Nana Shimura. He does something no physical punch could. He poisons All Might's origin. All for One effectively paralyzes All Might's heart. For a few agonizing seconds, the symbol of peace is gone. There is no untouchable god, only a frail coughing man named Toshinori Yagi, standing in the dust crushed by the realization that he failed the one person who believed in him first. But this is where the narrative shifts from a tragedy to a legend. All Might realizes that an origin isn't just about where you came from. It's about the promise you made to the future. He remembers his why. He isn't fighting to preserve his legacy or his master's name anymore. He's fighting because there are people behind him who still need to be saved. This brings us to the United States of Smash. This isn't the strongest move in the series because of its power level or the craters it leaves behind. It's the strongest because it was fueled by the emptiness of One for All. It was the final flickering ember in the hearth. He wasn't punching with a quirk. He was punching with the sheer weight of his conviction. When the smoke clears and All Might stands there with his fist raised, he isn't celebrating a victory. He's issuing a warning. To the world, that pose looks like a triumph, but to those who know the truth, it's a heartbreaking goodbye. When he points at the camera and says,
次は次は君だ
the civilians see a hero passing the torch of hope. But we see a man who has officially spent the last of his life force so that a new generation, a boy named Deku, could have a chance to find an origin on his own. The Kamino War didn't just end the fight, it ended a world order. The sun has set and now the students of Class 1A have to learn how to walk in the dark. If you found this breakdown of the Kamino psychology helpful, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Do you think All for One actually won this arc? The peace is over, the stakes are higher than ever, and the legal battle for the future of Hero Society is just beginning. I'll see you in the next video as we dive into the Provisional Hero License exam, where the kids finally have to prove they can survive without All Might's protection. Thanks for watching.